What's up, friends? I know it's been a while since I've posted a review or a video in general. It feels like forever, and I apologize. I'm kind of in the final stages of my Lego movie, which honestly should not take me this long, but I'm just waiting for a couple other people to send me their voice recordings, and then it'll be all done. And I gotta add a few more frames of a scene and anything, but don't worry, it'll be coming out this May. I promise you that. But right now, I'm going to give you my quick thoughts and a little bit of spoilers on the Falcon and Winter Soldier. And I'm very excited to get into it. So first off, Anthony Mackie and Sebastian Stan have such amazing chemistry, which you knew going into the show that they're going to be, amazing. And, Sam and Bucky are great characters. And I really enjoyed the show overall. There were some things I didn't like, but those are really small things. But right off the bat, the action was freaking awesome. And I forgot what episodes they were, but 2 of the episodes were written by one of the John Wick writers, who really known for writing action movies. And he recently wrote that movie Nobody, from the guy starring the guy from Better Call Saul. So he really understands action movies. So he wrote 2 episodes in a row that were very action-packed as well. So that was awesome. Seeing Sharon Carter was amazing. I'm probably one of the few people, or many, that knew that she was a power broker right off the bat. And also, I think if you've seen the last episode and you saw that scene, after the mid-credits, I guess you would call them, she looks like she's going to be taking kind of a villainous role. And so far I'm thinking she's doing a good job at that. And of course, just seeing her in the show, like right from that moment where she's like pointing the gun and it removes her hood and we see her, it's like, yes, Sharon's back. But then sadly, of course she's a villain possibly, so. But still, it's always awesome to see her. Of course, we gotta mention Baron Zemo. Daniel Bruhl is amazing as a villain, especially as Zemo. I mean, when he put that purple mask on, it was icing on the cake. It was amazing, and he looked awesome. And of course, I love seeing the rich side of him because he's like, it's in my family. I am a baron, and he has his own private jet. And then, of course, again, going back to the last episode, you see his butler in the car after that truck full of those terrorist teens exploded. And then you see Daniel Bruhl as Zemo on the raft, which is one of the 3 or 4 main prisons. And then, of course, he's listening to the radio, or I don't think it was the radio, but them reporting, oh, they're dead, and, it exploded, and blah, blah, blah. And, of course, he turns around and smiles. And that's when you know, oh, he had something to do with this. And so, in the end, Zemo basically got the last laugh. The main girl, who, of course, is the leader of that terrorist group, we would call them, she was great. She was great. I really liked her in Solo, because that's where we first saw her. Or I first saw her, but she was in Solo, where we thought she was a villain, but she was actually part of this kind of rogue group of different kind of alien species and people that I guess were going up against the Empire. Because the Empire has taken over their lands and everything. So she was great in the villain role, even though, and this was, every villain is always like this, where they go, oh, if we do this, this will make it a better world, but in all reality, they're wrong, but then at some point, they're right. At some things, not everything, they say, but she was great. And then, of course, we got to mention Wyatt Russell, of course, is U.S. agent. And I forgot the actor's name who played his best friend, but they were great. Wyatt Russell was fantastic. I mean, come on, it's in his blood. I mean, his dad is freaking Kurt Russell, and his mom is Goldie Hawn, so I mean, come on. He comes from acting royalty. And he was great, and I can't wait to see more of him as U.S. agent, because now he's got the comic book accurate suit where it's all black and red and everything. So he was great. I mean, yeah. And we knew in the show when he took that serum, he was going to take it. And yeah, he was great. Of course, I don't want to forget about mentioning GSP, who of course plays Batroc in this show. He was in the first episode, and then he was in the last 2 episodes. It was great seeing his villain back. Kind of mad they killed him off. But you know what? His villain's not that important. But it's always cool to see, you know, a cool MMA fighter legend like GSP back. Yeah. And in this, because the last time we saw him was in Winter Soldier, where he and Chris Evans had a sick hand-to-hand combat fight scene, which was great. And of course, he had a couple of great ones, of course, against Falcon in this one. So I didn't want to forget to mention that awesome legend. And of course, lastly, I want to mention, of course, Falcon's suit looks awesome. Should I say Captain America's suit looks awesome. Even though to me, Chris Evans will always be Captain America and Falcon can't take his place. But, you know, sadly, we got to move on. I refuse to move on. But the suit looked great. Very comic book accurate. Bucky, his outfit looked awesome, you know, because he tore off the sleeve and now you just see his cool Wakandan vibranium robotic arm. And by the way, I forgot to mention, Bucky's arc was pretty good. You know, him kind of going around people that he might have, you know, killed a relative or two and, you know, kind of making peace. Because, of course, we see in the show he kind of goes through the whole PTSD. So that was really cool. And then seeing, you know, of course, Sam's family, his sister, his nephews. I personally think that Bucky's going to get with his sister. I wouldn't be surprised. It'd be hilarious, too. But that was really cool. But yeah, and of course, always seeing the shield in action is awesome. You know, seeing that beautiful, beautiful star with red, white, and blue. Can't go wrong with that. So that'll do it for me. I hope you enjoyed this review. Don't worry, I'll make sure to stay more consistent, especially with the big shows and coming out and everything, and current shows that are finishing up in the next couple weeks and maybe a month, and other stuff coming out that I can't wait to review. And again, look out for my newest Lego film, My Son Wade. That'll be coming out this May, I promise you. And yeah, that'll do it for me. Hope you enjoyed this review. Comment, leave a like, share it out. And yeah, so I promise you all, I'm gonna be more active on this channel. And that's a fact. And thank you again. Stay safe, everyone. And I hope you enjoyed the show. Thanks again.